Yeah. Welcome to Off the Highlights, Trans Bates. What's good? What's good? I got another reaction video. We gonna see. I seen this on Twitter, X, whatever y'all want to call it and shit. What is this? Which team will have the biggest turnaround? So these are the bum ass teams from last year in the NFL. And we gonna sit up here and we gonna go through who you think will have the biggest turnaround, yeah? Who you think? Whoever you feel is gonna have the biggest turnaround, put that in the comments. Everybody got their own opinions. NFL fan commissioner here. Everybody gonna have their own opinions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna feel the way that they feel about their season and shit. Training camp ain't start yet. It's coming up. Everybody got high hopes. I mean, outside of the Giants, but everybody got high hopes for their team and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people think they about to have MVP quarterback play. Some people think they're gonna have a good ass defense. I mean, you get the first round draft pick quarterback, you think you're gonna turn around your team and shit. So we're gonna go through each team. I'm gonna tell you how I feel and do I think it's gonna be a big turnaround, right? So first we got the Giants. They got Jackson Dart, they got Russell Wilson, they got Jameis Winston. I don't know if that quarterback room is gonna stay that way, but they was 3-14. They Abdul Carter, they drafted Abdul Carter in the first round. They got Skidabo. Fuck with him. I mean, on some real shit, if that defense step up, if that defense plays well, if that defense is a terror, I think Russ plays decent, but I think Jackson Dart is going to get in there because I think you need to figure out that situation and shit. Do I think Brian Daboll is going to have that together? I got a little trust in him. He made Daniel Jones look reasonable to a degree, but they was 3-14. That quarterback play, man, I don't trust Russ. But if that defense can keep him in, I give him about like 6 wins, maybe. It ain't gonna be a big turnaround. 3 wins ain't a fucking big turnaround. You know what I'm saying? So who we got next? The Browns are 3-14. They're gonna be the hype because a lot of talk about them is gonna be around that Shador shit. He definitely gonna get some playing time because they definitely need to see what their quarterback room is. The future ain't fucking Flacco. Kenny Pickett probably don't be there. And Dylan Gabriel, yeah. And they got 2 first-round draft picks next year, so they definitely going to try to see what Shador is. So do I think they're going to have a turnaround? No, not at all. I mean, that's going to be based on how well Shador play. I don't really have too much faith in Joe Flacco, but he done been with Stefanski, and they had a good run until they met the Texans in the playoffs and they got stomped on it. And Joe Flacco ain't never been the same after that. But faith-wise, nah, I don't. Who we got next? Tennessee, the Titans, 3-14. They had the number 1 pick. They got Cam Ward. So for me personally, I think they might be the biggest turnaround on this. You know, I think Cam Ward is going to play really decent. I think he's going to be on some Jordan Love level. But as far as that turnaround, I think they had a pretty decent defense. Offense, I don't know wide receiver wise what are they going to be doing, but if we talking Tennessee 3-14, my big bet is them beating Denver in week 1. So I think Cam Ward can turn it. I think once you go with the rookie quarterback, it's been 2 seasons in a row that we had good quarterback play from rookies. I think Cam Ward is going to come in and play decently. I think they can win at least. I think they're going to at least be around 8-9 wins. So I think they're going to be the number 1 candidate for the biggest turnaround. Drake May and the Patriots, Vrabel there. I still don't like their offensive weapon wise. Maybe that line holds up. Their line was horrible last year. 4-13. I got faith in Vrabel. I think Drake May played very well. I think he's a good quarterback on some real shit. Do I think they're gonna have a big turnaround? I don't think they win in that division. I don't think they're gonna be competing with the Bills for that division. But I think they will be competing with Miami for that number 2 in that division. So 4-6, I give the Patriots about 8-9 wins. I put them in the same category as the Titans. All right, who we got next? The Raiders with Geno. They was 4-13. Yeah, there we go. I got high hopes for Geno. I think that offensive line is going to protect him. He throwing to Brock Bowers. I think he in a better situation. I think Chip Kelly done learned his lesson, right? He's a good offensive coordinator. They got Pete Carroll. So when you got that system with a veteran quarterback, I think they're going to make some noise. What was they, 4-13? Hey, man. I got the Raiders at... biggest turnaround. I got the Raiders at 10 wins. I'm putting it at 10 wins. I know in one of my little posts earlier, I didn't have them that high. I got the Raiders at 10 wins. I think the Raiders, out of this list, I think the Raiders going to have the biggest turnaround. Who we got next? Jacksonville Jaguars. 4-13. Trevor Lawrence. They got Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., Liam Cohen is the offensive head coach. How well does he go from an offensive coordinator with the Bucs last year to being a head coach to running the whole system? That might be a little bit of an issue. But I think they're going to win more than, 4 games? I give them about 6. The Bears. I think the Bears is the top candidate. Outside of the Raiders, Caleb really getting a offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. They was 5-12. They played pretty decent, but I think with Ben Johnson being there, I think he's gonna have a good season. They got some good offensive weapons. I think he's gonna bounce back. I think he's gonna live up to what they consider him. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say 5-12. 5-12. I think the Bears gonna win 9 games. I think the Bears might sneak into the playoffs as a wild card in that division. You gotta see how JJ McCarthy played with the Vikings. But I think they might be all right. And the last team we got is the Carolina Panthers. 5-12. Bryce Young played very well. He played very well in the back half of that season. They got Tet McMillan. They got T-Mac. Xavier Leggett going to need to, step up, right? But I think the Panthers, I think they might have that division is weak. I don't know how the Falcons are going to do. I don't know how the Bucs are going to do. They are trending in the right direction, though. But as far as if that offense can really gel, right? If that defense steps up, I don't know. That defense was pretty bad last year, but if that defense can step up a little bit, I think it's going to be I think they can win somewhat. 5 wins they had last year. I give them about 7 to 8. So the biggest turnaround, for me personally, it would probably be the Raiders. Raiders, then the Titans, then the Bears. Raiders, Titans, Bears. And then you get the Jags and the Panthers and shit. But I think who's going to turn around and have a winning season? I don't know about the Giants. Browns, we just watching them for Shador on some real shit. Titans, I think Titans might be playing in that wild card round. Patriots, I think they going to battle it out with the Dolphins for the second place, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Raiders, I don't know. That's a tough division now that I think about it. That's a tough division. Jags, And then we got the Bears. I think they're going to be battling out for second place in that division. And then the Panthers, I think they're going to be where the Bucs and the Falcons are. I think they're going to be in that little mix. So as far as biggest turnaround for these boys, I'm going to have to go with, I'm going with the Titans. Taking my bet. Titans, the Titans are going to have the biggest turnaround. That's what I'm doing. Hey, man. I'm always talking about football, NFL fan commissioner, the do's and don'ts of being a fan. Hey, give your comments. Who you think is going to have the biggest turnaround out of all these teams right here? All right, make sure you holler at me. Follow me on YouTube, Transbaits. Hey, have a good weekend. It's nice out. Go find a pool. Go jump in a pool somewhere. Yep.